I'm going to show you the different ways that I use Shadowsense by Synogens. I use it all over my face for highlighting, contouring, concealer, blush, eyebrows, eyeliner, and of course eyeshadow. I'm going to go through the different ways that I use it today. First, I'm using Candlelight as a concealer under my eyes to cover up any of the dark circles under my eyes. And I use my ring finger to blend, not pulling on my eyes. Next, I use Sandstone Pearl, or I can use Candlelight sometimes too, and put it on my eyelids. It acts as like a base, and it covers up any blue veins that I have. And again, I use my ring finger so that I don't pull on my eyes. Next, I use Mocha Java. And I use this as a bronzer. I use it on my cheeks, my forehead, and just tiny, tiny little dots. And then I use a big fluffy brush to blend it in. I use tiny dots because a little bit goes a long ways. Next, I use Garnet, which is one of my favorite colors. And I use this to contour as well. And I do a little bit on my cheeks and on the little bit on the side of my nose. And it makes your nose, I did a little bit too much right there, but it makes your nose look skinnier. And then of course blend it really well. With a big fluffy brush always helps. And once again, a tiny, tiny bit goes a long ways. Next, I use Mulberry. And I love this color for blush because it's very subtle. I'm not usually a blush person, so I just use it to give myself a little bit of color right on my cheekbones. And if you smile, you can find out where your cheekbones are, and that will help with where you want to place it. And once again, blend, blend, blend. Next, I use Mocha Java Shimmer on my eyelids. And I just do a couple lines on my eyelids. And then I use a flat brush. And when I use it as eyeshadow, I pat it down first. And then I rub it in my eyes. And one thing with Shadowsense is blend, blend, blend. It's hard to get used to it at first, but the more you blend, the better it looks. Next, I use Mocha Java right in the creases. And you can tell it's really hard to put on makeup with a phone, so I had to use a brush, so hopefully or a mirror, so hopefully you can see that okay. Once again, blend it really well. And sometimes if you have to, you can do it with layers. That's the best way that Shadowsense works. So you can put a second layer on as well once it dries if you need more color. Then I use Sandstone Pearl on the top of my eyelids and right in the corners to kind of give it a shine. And another one of my favorite colors is Onyx. I use Onyx a lot to blend. When I do my eyebrows, I either use a palette or I use my hand and do Garnet and Onyx and I mix them together. Or I use Mocha Java and Onyx to mix them together too to do my eyebrows. A lot of people just use Mocha Java for their eyebrows. I have pretty dark eyebrows, so I use Onyx and Garnet and mix them. I also use Onyx for my eyeliner. And one of the awesome things about Shadowsense is it's smudge proof and waterproof. So once you do it, it's set for the day. In about 2 minutes it will set and you're ready for the rest of the day. You can swim in it, which is great. So I found this super, super tiny brush, which I love, and I just use a little bit. I usually use the wand, or I can dab it on my finger or my hand as well. And I do super, super thin. On the lower, I just do half for eyeliner. And then on the top, I do full. It was super hard to do on my phone. I could barely see anything. But once again, for eyeliner too, it's perfect for swimming. It's smudge proof, waterproof, and long lasting. And I do my eyeliner really thin, just a thin line on the top and then half on the bottom. Then next I use Shadowsense for my mascara. Shadowsense is waterproof mascara and it lengthens your eyelashes as well, which I love. And last but not least, finish it off with Lipsense. I'm using Caramel Apple and Rose Gloss. Make sure you shake it up as always. It's very highly pigmented, so use very little product and just do a swipe motion. And don't get it on your face like that. If you do, rub it off real quick. Or else you can use the Oops Remover too. I like to use the tip as a liner to line my lips, but with Lipsense it doesn't bleed, so it's not necessary. But I do it just out of habit of lining my lips. Then you do a second layer after it dries. And doing thin layers is important and it helps so that it dries quicker as well. Sometimes I put on a layer and then I go and do my hair or do my mascara. And then you finish off with the third layer. And then again, wait till it dries. And then top it off with the gloss. Glossy gloss is great, or they have tinted glosses. So I use Rose Gloss. And your wand should be totally clear with no lipstick on it at all. And that's Shadowsense. If you have any questions, let me know.